What's going on, everybody? Doc and Sloth, we're back for Halo Wars 2 action. Today, we're going to be testing out some Serina in a little bit of Deathmatch. So we're swapping it up, getting a little bit out of our comfort zone. I've been seeing some things and strategies online about Serina being pretty good. So we're going to test them out. Again, if we can make this work, it's probably pretty OP.
Yeah, because we are terrible at the standard RTS game,
Oh, good.
which was not always the case. We didn't used to be bad in the standard first game here in Halo Wars 1. I thought we were a decent little combo.
Ice barrier.
But what we're basically going to do is we're going to run generator first, and then we are going to run 2 supply pads, and then the armory. Pushing out Marines out to some of the supplies out on the field is going to be pretty important.
As standard.
So we're going to want to keep an eye on them. Yeah.
Standard.
Supply pad constructed.
We need to put energy.
Generator upgrade complete.
I'm the kind of person I like to build, so it's hard to hold supply.
Supply pad constructed.
Yeah, and I think so. The main goal here is going to be pretty quick, to push things pretty fast. We're going to want to sprint straight to the Bison and use the Bison special ability eventually to push up into their base, freeze out the base, because once things are frozen, they actually can't put out any amount of production at all. So that's going to kind of be the goal. So I am actually queuing up a Bison right now, and I think we're going to try and capture a generator along the way, just to make that easier. And then I think I'm going to combo with a combination of, I think, Marines and the special troops, the Frost troops.
Yep. My Bison is on its way. I do like to always try to build a small pad to the side here.
Marines ready to serve.
Grabbing some.
Sound off, Marines. My Marines are ready to serve.
And having the cryo burst, I think, will be really important to all of this.
Yeah, that's a must, I think. Alright, I got a Bison. When do we go?
Marines reporting for duty. Everyone grab what they can.
Upgrade complete.
And now I can start investing in pumping up the supply pads just a little bit, because like you said, production is going to be really nice to have.
I feel like I messed up, I think, but I should have made a. I think we just push straight forward.
Supply pad
Go for this guy.
Supply pad upgrade.
Yep, I would agree. And Cryotech Advances is going to be the really important piece. So we got that second leader power up. That's going to be the important piece in this when we lock down the Bison.
Stand to, troops.
Locked him.
Rally point set.
Right. So they were able to build up a decent little army here, which is good news. It tells us they kind of know what they're doing here.
He is getting him in and getting locked down.
Yeah, because now everything right there is completely frozen, and that is great news for us.
Actually, that's my Bison.
Actually, you placed your your walls here very well. I'm having a hard time finding places to pop mine down.
Our allies are attacking the enemy
Almost.
base.
Gotta bring it back.
We've lost a hero to the enemy.
Just continuing, pardon me, to pump more infantry in here will be really good.
Tango spotted.
Got all
Lock and load,
out.
Marines.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sneak around the back here because I see they have a raid camp set up in the back, and I'm going to pop my bison down there if possible.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Marines under assault from enemy ground forces.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Marines reporting.
I'm gonna get cheeky.
Turret
Build the base.
constructed.
Marines under fire from enemy ground troops.
I got my bison. In.
Our allies are attacking the enemy base.
Yeah, mine dropped down as well. The really good thing about the bison is it's pretty cheap as far as supply goes. 300 energy, 275.
Local unit.
Kill wins a fluffy toy.
I guess it's supply, energy and supply. Yeah, that's it.
Wake up, troops. Hostiles.
Local unit.
Now the key here is
Our allies are attacking the enemy
That's-
base.
having a hard time doing really anything. Why this is so good?
Enemy structure.
Yeah, it's
Local unit.
pretty effective here. It looks like we got a forge on the backside, I
Constructed.
think. But their raid camp is gone. So I think if we just keep up the pressure here, I've got my second bison out.
Let's get this done fast.
See, I have seismic blast now, which we can get this in and get this frozen seismic blast here.
Grenades researched.
Yeah, that's okay.
Biomortar checks all green. Count on
An
it.
enemy player has been eliminated.
There we go.
Eeh.
And his hero unit stuck in the back there, and the ice wall
Ooh.
popping down on that was just super effective. So that's
Is decisive.
a less described. Sorry, we were a little focused. But that's a decent little push that I've seen a lot of folks do. But that's kind of a little bison rush for Serina. Ideally, we would have liked to set those bison up on the backside of the base, hopefully near where they're producing units, and pop the special ability, freeze them out, which stops them from producing those units, and then we can continue to push our Marines and our cryo troopers up.
Yeah, the hard part is with this strategy, with combating this strategy, is if you're the person that gets targeted, you really can't do anything. So even to the point where we're freezing out the supply pads or any energy production, once you do that, it's just those buildings are useless for you. So we might have pushed just a tad bit early because my bison did get destroyed, but it was enough in conjunction with the ice wall because that does have a freezing ability too, and then a steady stream of units really is enough. That was a 7-minute deathmatch game in which we really didn't face too much opposition, which makes that pretty tough and pretty good. I do think the one thing to change for me is on the main base or on a supplemental small base would be to build a barracks and actually start getting some cryo troopers out. They are pretty good, and they will really just help with that freezing capability.
Yeah, and that was my 5th unit. So I went generator, 2 supply pads, armory, and then barracks. So I was alternating. I also did build a side base, a mini base with 2 supply pads as soon as I got the energy kind of build up. So that way I was able to pump out Marines out of the 2 bases, the mini base and my main base, and then cryo troopers out of the barracks as well. Is something that potentially does help. Once you get your 3rd leader point, you can actually unlock the Frost Raven, which also is built out of your main base, so you don't have to build an air pad for those. So those are kind of nice. All of those things should compound with your cryotech advances. We do personally endorse using the ice wall as your first
Yep.
point. You do have the frost mines there. I mean, they're good too. I just don't think they have as much utility. But doing the frost wall with the first point, cryotech advances makes that whole build work.
Yep.
Because it just really buffs up the ability that you have to freeze things. So cryotech advances is always at 2, but then you're opened up there. You have Frost Raven as your option. You also have restoration drones as your option with your third point there, or you can buff up things like the frost wall.
My personal choice would be Seismic Blast for that third point, just because if you do get that freeze, you do need something to take the units down. If you're focusing more on the freeze side than the Marines, I think having a little bit of both is really good. And running a 2-player scenario, I think one person can go the route that Sloth did, and one person, like I did at the end, grab the Seismic Blast and just be ready to drop it in and lay some waste. So a quick video. We're going to keep refining this strategy. It does work, and Serina's pretty good in the multiplayer side. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I've been Doc. That's been Sloth. Average Gamer, guys. Do all that great stuff. You know, I don't know. Throw a like. Put some comments down there. I don't know. Whatever we're supposed to do for YouTube. We just appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.